What's up, guys? This is Astranox. My god, it was a 2-hour stream. There's so much information to cover. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts about all that stuff. Side story, this is what it looks like. There's a new artifact in the side story. We got a new skin for Kana, looking good. And we got Laika, which I will talk about. I'll give you guys my thoughts. I'm gonna showcase, all these heroes coming out. I'll review them and all that good stuff. So let's start it off here with the skin. The Christmas skin for Kana. And man, I'm super hyped about this new piece of content that's about to come out. I mean, for next year, right? It's the Ancient Inheritance, and I'm gonna go over the video footage that they shown. It's in Korean, but I'm gonna just talk about what's in there, how does it work, and stuff like that. I'm really hyped about it. So from the Epic Pass, you can get the skin of Kana. Of course, they're bringing the drop rate up for herself, but she's a free hero, guys. You can get her from the connection. Limited Christmas pet rerun, looking good, looking cute. We got here 7-day check-in event. We're getting a 5-star hero summon ticket. Leaves, molas, Covenant Bookmarks, and more. We got some buff events here for Christmas. It lasts quite a long time. Episode 4, Chapter 3, West Prairie. And 3 new 3-star heroes, guys. 6th of January. Look at those heroes. I'm hyped for them. I'm going to be summoning and trying to get them. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'm sure they're going to be pretty powerful, man. Pretty powerful. So we got a new system to recruit players for the expedition. They don't need to be on your friends list or in your guild, because you can already do that. So you're going to be able to recruit other players to help you out. Maybe you got some inactives in your friend list, in your guild, stuff like that. So that's really good. Here we go, man. Xeon, look at the Guardian, man. 50% CR push. He's getting extra turn for the user, ignore effect resistance, and he defense break. That's an insane buff right there. And we got Kumkroz. He is decreasing cooldown of all allies by 3 turns instead of 2, and he grants a barrier for 3 turns. Very cool right there. Barrier strength proportional to the allies' maximum health. We got a new Guardian, Guardian Kazran. Man, finally a new Guardian, and these buffs for the other 2 Guardians are actually real powerful. So you don't have to use Arcasis all the time, because the other 2, and now, I mean, we're getting him, so we'll see how powerful he will be. He will get released later, but look at that animation, real hype. Oh, that is my style right there. Looks, on the darker side of things. Guardian Kazran on the January 2022 update. Very cool, very cool. Hype for that. So we got the guarantee 4-star Moonlight hero. A pity, guys. 110 summons to pity a ML 4-star hero. And the good news is it's on a different counter, guys. The 5-star pity, right? The 201 summon that you need to do to pity a 5-star Moonlight hero, well, it's going to be on a different counter. So you don't need to worry about, oh my god, like, am I going to pull the 4-star Moonlight and then I'm going to waste? Nah, it's on different counters. Look at that. Oh my god, better quality, guys, for the animations. Skill 3 animations and the scenes, looking good. Like, look at that. Look at that. It's noticeable. I definitely noticed the difference. So I'm going to get that going for you guys. And I'll have better graphics, I guess, during my videos. But yeah, it is definitely noticeable. It goes quick here. But if you like pause or something like that, it's a good improvement. So I don't know how much data we need to download to actually get the the higher quality graphic. But I think I don't actually know. It could be a few gigabytes. So yeah, we'll know when it's in the game, right? So on the 6th of January, it's happening after maintenance. FHD, and here is the Ancient Inheritance. Look at this animation right here. I'm really hyped about it, because it's a piece of content that you can do with your guild, and you can see each other on the map, and there's quite a few things I want to go over. Let me grab my notes here. Where are they? Let me grab my notes real quick. Okay, so the first thing is that it's like a grid base type of thing. You got like energy that you consumed for actions that you do. You know, you want to move, you want to explore further, discover things. Encounters boss, elite, boss like guardians, or you're looking for like that final floor type of boss, so your guild can head in that direction to deal with him, right? You got chests, you got rewards, you can camp to actually get more of that energy to actually do things, right? And my notes here, there's quite a few things. So it's going to be in the game for the 22nd of February. And as you can see, grid base, roguelike dungeon crawler type of content that can be played with your whole guild. And you can see each other on the map. And a normal battle has 3 hearts on top of the monster, right? So each time someone attacks that monster, it loses 1 heart. And after all 3 are gone, I'm assuming that we're getting some type of reward, right? Every time it opens, it will last for 2 weeks. And I'm hearing something like that it can be extended for an additional week. Not sure how that is going to work. But on level 1, you can actually bring 5 heroes with you. And on level 2, right, because you level up as you do things, you move, you fight, you gain some experience, and you level up. So 5 heroes that you can bring along on level 1. And on level 2, you can bring 8 heroes. On level 3, it looks to be like it's 10 heroes that you can have at level 3. From what I noticed during these videos that they've been showing, right? I did cut the slow part. There was some parts where it was like they paused because they're talking about how it works. So yeah, the stream was 2 hours, guys. So I'm breaking it down as fast as possible and giving you guys all that information. So you're gonna be getting gold, that experience that levels up, your level for that piece of content, the Ancient Inheritance, and various rewards. There's some item level 88, epic gear that we're going to be able to get. Gonna get a currency that you can spend in the guild shop, on top of course, like gold, and as well as a bunch of other stuff. So the really cool thing is that on a new account, let's say a new player, you're not like with a bunch of like crazy stats, crazy gear that you have on your heroes. The really good news is that your heroes will be max level, they will be max awaken, they will be max skill up, full out MolaGora plus 15 hero skill ups. The gear won't help that much. So even like a player that like spends so much money or something like that has insane gear, it will not actually increase their stat that much more than what you actually get you could bring a level 1 hero. Normally it's a level 1. It's going to be max level, max awaken, max skill, plus 15 skill up, and it will have some type of stats on them that is actually pretty solid already, right? So if you have insane gear, the difference will not, the hero will not improve that much. So the really cool thing is that you can select classes, and these classes you can level them up. So what you could do is that you could focus on 1 or 2 class and just bring, let's say I'm thinking about knights because knights are just so good. I would power up knights and maybe like Soul Weaver class. So knights would be the highest one, and Soul Weaver would be sort of like following it a bit behind in levels. And I would stick with that. And I think that if I power up only 2 class, or maybe just 1, like in in the footage here, they're powering up like warrior, right? But then they start to bring like Soul Weaver for the harder battles, right? So you need to have some sustain. But there might be like, maybe you do warrior, right? You have Sigurd's side, you have some crazy warriors. It really depends on your account, right? What your playstyle is. Maybe you just go with a bunch of like mages, a bunch of Soul Weavers. You got Blaze Dingo that can deal damage as a Soul Weaver on top of other Soul Weavers. So there's going to be some pretty interesting things that you're going to be able to do, right? So yeah, you can keep leveling up a few classes or just use 1 and only pick heroes from that class. Every move gives experience and knowledge. One-time use item that provides various buffs that you can get. You got normal battles, you got boss battles. They're called like Warden that you're fighting. And the battles, they're like expedition type battles, right? And these are type of buffs that you're seeing on the screen. They're going to boost something like your exploration, your collecting skill is going to boost maybe your fighting skills. You got also floor boss. I'm not sure if there's one floor boss. That's like the super big boss on the floor. There's one or two. These are like protecting, they're guarding the red portal, which gives you access to the next floor. Right now they're on floor number 1. And I believe there's 4 floors, and they're saying like it's gonna take 2 weeks to complete these 4 floors with your guild together, right? If you work together. So I feel like it's not gonna be like super like that hard, like super crazy hard. And I don't think you need everyone to be like active and play everything perfectly. I think it's gonna be pretty casual since it's mostly about strategy and team compositions over having insane gear on your heroes, because like I said, you will always already have some really solid stats, and gear will not really boost your stats by that much. So it's really about the strategy, your team compositions. And also, I think like powering up like a class or two instead of like powering up so many different classes is going to be better, because when you power up your class, you're getting a boost in like health, in defense, in speed, and attack. I believe crit and crit damage as well, on top of other things. So you're going to be so much stronger if you focus on just a few classes, right? So 2 manning battles. You bring 2 heroes instead of bringing 3 or 4 heroes will be more efficient if you can handle them. So if you bring like a really tanky bruiser hero with really good survivability, plus a soul weaver to keep the hero alive, I mean, you could probably like one man a lot of fights if you have a type of hero that can sustain itself. And that's going to be more efficient, because I think you cannot bring the same heroes over and over. That's the thing. That's why like using a lesser amount of heroes is going to be more optimal. So yeah, I talked about it already. The hearts on top of a normal monster, they have 3. Every time someone attacks that monster, it will lose 1 heart, and you will get a reward or something like that. So yeah, each floor has a bunch of monsters, elite monsters, which are expedition type bosses, and there's the big boss. It's 1 or 2 that gives you access to the next floor using the red portal, which looks awesome. And yeah, I mean, higher floors means it's gonna get more tougher. Maybe the rewards get better as well. But the thing is, players can stay on an easier floor to farm stuff there. So maybe some of your guild members are not that active, or maybe they're not that strong, or they don't want to strategize, or they don't really want to do it too much. You can just stick on floor 1 and just keep on fighting there and get a bunch of rewards, right? Instead of like following the rest of the guild on floor 2, 3, or 4. So that is good. That is good. But if your guild explores like the floors, I'm not sure if like the floor is open, the next one, if you can just jump in there, or you're gonna have to like explore through the map, which has already been explored, and just like find the red portal and go in there. Or I don't know. It's in Korean. They didn't talk about it, but yeah, what if like you clear 1 floor and then like you move to the next floor? What about that floor 1? Is it going to reset, or you just like the encounters are still there? You can just go back in there, but maybe the map is fully explored, so you know where the treasures are and stuff like that. So you will have to find a balance, like what you're trying to get. You're just trying to open a bunch of like gold chests. You're trying to do like battles that are not too hard for you and be as optimal as possible in terms of reward. But I'm thinking that pushing higher floors will just give you better stuff overall. And I don't think it's gonna be that hard if you work as a guild. And it's pretty casual because it opens for 2 weeks, can be extended to 3 weeks, I believe. And then the energy you get, I don't know if you get 100 energy, that currency. Every move that you do, fight and stuff like that, you get some. You can go camp and get some of it back to do more stuff. I don't know if you get all the way up to 100 each day, or it's more casual. You get like, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 per day. So like if you don't do it for like a few days, you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna be maxed out and you're losing on it. So some players, you go at your own pace, and I think that's how it's gonna play out. It's not gonna be like 100 energy every day, and then you have to be on top of that thing all the time. It's going to be pretty casual, and I really like it. I really like it because there's strategy involved, and you work together as a guild, and there's some ranking. Every time you defeat a boss, you can see who did more damage and stuff like that. and some players can just go and explore the map and find like X thing, like I don't know, like a spot, a cluster of like gold chests or something like that, or the spot where to camp. So the rest of your guild just head in that direction, and then you start to head into like the floor boss direction that's guarding the red portal, so you can access the next floor. It really depends what the point is. You can see on the map here, top center part, I believe that is the floor boss. You can see like the skeleton face with the golden crown. I believe that must be it, and you can see that's the boss right here. You go in there, this is like an expedition type of boss fight, but it's more than that. Like, there's a strategy involved. It's gonna have a fixed set of skills, and it will have various mechanics. Every floor will have a different boss, and you will have to strategize and deal with the boss. And of course, like I said, the higher the floors you get to, the harder it becomes. But the earlier floors is going to be pretty casual. I mean, you don't have to worry too much about it, right? You can mark the map to give instructions like where to head. Maybe you're gonna mark the map and say like, hey man, guys, there's like this camping spot is there, so just head in that direction, get more of that energy to do more stuff in there, or open a bunch of like gold chests. You have temporary boosts that will be active for only one floor. So that's the stuff you see on the screen when you have a choice of one of three things. I believe these things, from what I heard, you get different type of like floor buffs for exploration, collection, or fighting, or other things. You have where is it here? Okay, the final boss on each floor will require some strategy, since they each have a different set of skills. I already talked about it. You can stun some floor bosses, because when they were fighting that final boss, like for the floor, they stunned the boss. So imagine landing a bunch of debuffs. Maybe combat units manipulation could be very strong. The floor boss have an enrage mechanic. So after a certain amount of time, they're going to enrage. So yeah, you have to deal with that. And that's why, you got your guild backing you up. And I don't think, to defeat the first floor boss, you're not gonna need like 30 people on him. I think like, especially if you have a decent strategy, maybe a handful of players might be able to deal with him. Especially like the warden ones. These are like the elite monsters. They're not the floor boss per se, but maybe the floor boss requires, I don't know, maybe around 10 players. It's not that big of a deal, right? Other things, some players might want to do exploration instead of, battling all the time. So if that player is getting a bunch of floor buffs, which are helping to maybe explore further, maybe, it takes 1 energy per 2 tiles instead of like 1 per tile. I don't know if that's how it works exactly, but if they're getting some buffs for exploration, maybe their sight, the fog of war around them when they're moving will be bigger, so they can see they have like a bigger sight field of view, so they can explore better and things like that. Maybe they can jump a certain amount of tiles. I don't know. I'm just saying there's some ways to be more efficient in terms of exploration. You can reuse your heroes if they go down for normal battles, but not for the warden or the final floor bosses. So yes, normal fights, even if your heroes go down, you can just keep on going. Maybe your guild is like floor number 2, they're going on floor number 3, and you feel like floor 3 is too much. You're not going to be able to handle it because the normal monsters are already on floor 2 for you. It's kind of a rough time, and your strategy might not be too good. Maybe your roster of hero doesn't have good synergy together, what you were able to bring. So yeah, very interesting stuff, guys. So we got Laika here, man. So yeah, the Ancient Inheritance. It's gonna be dropping on the 22nd of February. I'm definitely hyped for it. If you're looking for a guild, on global, I got a farming guild. I got, a veteran guild, and on the Europe server, I got a veteran guild. It's in the description of the video. The veteran guild, you need to go on Discord to apply, but the farming guild, you can just apply, right? So yeah, definitely a good time. So Laika, man, oh man, we knew she would be showing up, sometime soon, and she looks amazing, and her skill set, guys. Oh boy. Oh man, there's gonna be some really, really cool stuff you're gonna be able to pull off, I think, with this hero. But this is not a limited hero, of course. Um, her skills might look sort of like OP overpowered. Doesn't mean like the hero is gonna be OP because there's always counters in the game. Like you can't just have a hero that is super crazy and just wins against everything. There's always counters. But how many counters are they? Are there? So her stats, you got effectiveness, which is definitely going to be very important. You got some pretty high speed, 114, health and defense. Almost 5,300 health, almost 600 defense, and quite a bit of attack as well. But her skills, look at that, guys. After skill ups, this is a 4-turn cooldown, 100% chance to decrease speed for 2 turns, and then 75% chance to put them to sleep. Attacks everyone, guys. 75% chance to put them to sleep for 1 turn. Grants immunity for the whole team, and then decrease skill cooldown by 2 turns if you soul burn for 10 souls. Guys, skill up means 4 turn. Soul burn means 2 turn cooldown for 10 souls, right? When you soul burn. And this thing sleeps with a 75% chance. So this looks pretty strong, but it's not a 100% chance to sleep. She is Earth, so of course, fire heroes, evasion-based heroes, 15% innate resist. There's quite a few problems. Select an enemy, and then, oh my god, 100% chance to put target debuff on them for 2 turns. This is a 3-turn cooldown. Attack buff on the ally with the highest attack for 2 turns and decrease skill cooldown of that said ally by 1 turn, and then triggers a dual attack with the highest attack ally on your team. That has attack buff, guys. It has attack buff. You put target debuff on the target as well. That is pretty insane right there. Could you imagine if the target has defense break, that target is going to get murdered. So yeah, pretty short cooldown on that, non-attack skill. You got combat units push 15% after skill ups for herself, Laika, and a random ally with the skill number 1. So yeah, I mean, if she's got quite a bit of speed, she's going to be able to cycle faster, push her combat units. She's going to push the combat units of an ally. Maybe you have counter set on her or something like that. You trigger a dual attack or something like that with her. So her artifact, right? This thing, when you're using a non-attack skill, which is skill number 2, grants a barrier equivalent to 20% of the caster's maximum health to all allies for 2 turns. This can only trigger every 3 turns, guys. So overall, she definitely has quite a few cons, but her kit looks actually really strong. That skill 2 is completely insane. And imagine if you get lucky with the sleeps on skill 3 and you keep soul burning this thing with a 2-turn cooldown. Could be real deadly. Could be really, really deadly. Drop rate up for Ilinav. She's not a meta hero. She's better with the exclusive equipment, but you should go for Violet if you still don't have him. If you're looking for being most effective tactic available meta, Violet is just so ridiculously good. You should go for him. Mystic Summon rotation, I'm going to cover Conqueror Lilius. So I'm going to be showcasing her 15 skill ups. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to try her out. We got the Coin Shop Hero rotation here. And we got some boss rotation for the expedition right here. The light one's kind of annoying. Here we got the balance adjustment. I'm going to be covering these heroes, these artifacts, guys, 15 skill ups. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see how well they perform. We got some other improvements. So you can sort your mailbox and you can button more visible to level up heroes. And yeah, the voice actor for the heroes when you summon the hero. So a bunch of stuff, guys. Really hyped about all this stuff. Let us know what you guys think about all that. Good luck, for the summons. And definitely check the showcases that I'm going to be doing. But yeah, that's it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all y'all do. Peace out for now.